Have you ever had that moment where you're in a client consultation and one partner says, "I absolutely love bold, vibrant colours," and then the other immediately jumps in with, "Well, actually, I prefer neutral, calming tones." And then they both look at you like you're supposed to magically solve not only their design problems, but their marriage? And if you have, you're not alone. Turns out, when clients can't agree, most designers think that the answer is compromise. But here's the problem. Compromise often creates watered down designs that nobody actually loves. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how to manage clients with completely different opinions so that you can create designs that actually work for everyone involved. And if you've ever found yourself stuck in the middle of a couple's design disagreement, feeling a bit like a relationship counsellor rather than an interior designer, then this video is going to change how you handle those tricky situations. I'm Kate Hatherall, and here at the Interior Designers Hub, we teach people how to get qualified as interior designers and then how to set up, grow and run successful interior design businesses. Now, most designers assume that when clients disagree, the solution is to find a middle ground that keeps everyone happy. But here's the problem with that approach. Honestly, you often end up with a design that's so watered down, neither person is truly satisfied. Now, if you just try to blend everyone's preferences together, you might think that you're being diplomatic, but what you're actually doing is creating a space that possibly lacks personality and probably doesn't really reflect anyone's true style. Now, I see this happening all of the time. One partner wants a cozy, traditional, cottagecore feel, whilst the other is dreaming of sleek, modern, minimalist lines. It's a nightmare, but it is exceedingly common. Now, the designer often tries to please both by suggesting some kind of hybrid transitional style, and then everyone ends up disappointed because actually the space can feel confused or it can lack any real character. And honestly, it doesn't tick the boxes of either partner. But there's another problem that's even trickier. When one partner is more dominant in the decision-making process, whilst the other one just kind of goes along with things because they're trying to keep the peace, then often what can happen is halfway through the project, the quieter partner can suddenly pipe up with some strong opinions, and then it throws everything into chaos. Or worse, you can get the partner who says they don't really care about the design process, suddenly throwing in random opinions because they feel that they should. And then their other half tries to accommodate ideas that don't actually work for the space or their lifestyle because they don't want to feel like they're bullying the other person. Now, here's what I've learned works much better. I've got a 3-set framework or set of rules that kind of sorts out the decision-making process before you even start talking about fabric swatches and colours. So first, the equal presence rule. Both partners must be present for all meetings and all major decisions. No exceptions. Now, I know it's tempting to just work with whoever's available, especially when people's schedules are busy, but this is where the problems start. When one person misses key conversations, they don't always understand the reasoning behind decisions that are then made. So then when they see the plans or the samples later, they often react emotionally because they don't understand the bigger picture. So make it clear from the start that both voices need to be heard throughout the entire design process. Now, secondly, weight your voices. This is the conversation that most designers avoid, but it's absolutely crucial. So you need to establish upfront whether both partners' opinions carry equal weight, or if one person cares more about certain areas than the other. So maybe one partner is absolutely passionate about the kitchen layout, for example, because they love cooking, whereas the other one might be more bothered about the bedroom or the home office. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with one person taking the lead in the areas that they care more about, but the key, of course, is making that explicit rather than letting it happen by accident. Have an open conversation. So say to them, "I want to understand how you two make decisions together. Are there any areas where one of you feels more strongly, or should I always be looking for solutions that work equally for both of you?" There's absolutely nothing wrong in calling out what's happening and being direct about that elephant that's sitting in the room with you all. At the end of the day, it's actually your job to call this out. And as long as you do that professionally, then you're going to maintain good relationships too. And honestly, your clients will actually thank you for it. Third, concept approval. So before you get into any specific details about colours, furniture or finishes, you need to get the overall concept locked down and agreed upon by both partners. So this means presenting a clear design direction that reflects both of their needs and then getting explicit approval before moving forwards. So don't start shopping for sofas until you know that you're all aligned on whether this is going to be a cosy family room or an elegant entertaining space or whatever. So the concept should feel like it genuinely incorporates both personalities and not just a compromise that actually satisfies no one. Now, here's how you actually implement this in practice. So at your very first meeting, before you even start talking about Pinterest boards or style preferences, have the decision-making conversation. So try saying something like, okay, so I want to make sure that this process works smoothly for all of us. Can you tell me a little bit about how you two usually make big decisions together? Are there areas of the home where one of you has stronger feelings than the other? Now, while you're doing this, watch out for red flags. If one person immediately dominates the conversation whilst the other goes quiet, then that's your cue to directly engage the quieter partner. Ask them specific questions and give them space as well to respond without interruption. If someone says, oh, I don't really care, like whatever they want is fine, then dig a bit deeper because often they do care and actually they're just avoiding conflict. So try asking, okay, well, what would make this space feel really comfortable for you? Or is there anything that would definitely not work for you and your lifestyle? And here's a crucial point. When someone suddenly changes their mind or introduces new opinions late in the process, don't just roll with it. Go back to your framework and say something like, for example, I want to make sure that I understand this properly because this kind of feels like a bit of a shift from what we discussed earlier. Can we talk through how this fits with the overall concept and design direction we agreed on? Now remember, of course your job isn't to be a relationship counsellor, but you are in this position sometimes, and so having those clear processes for decision making actually protects everyone involved and it leads to much better design outcomes as well. The goal isn't to avoid all disagreement, it's to channel it productively so that you end up with a design that actually really reflects the people rather than satisfying neither of them. All right, so I'd love to hear from you. What's the trickiest client disagreement situation that you've encountered? Or maybe you've had this in your own home as well, big design disagreements with somebody in your own home? Tell me about it, I'd love to know. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and to subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next time.